This meeting of the Gadsden City Council will now come to order. The chair calls on City Clerk Ivan Nelson for the roll call.
Councilman Harris.
Here.
Williams.
Here.
Avery.
Here.
President Eccles is absent today, and the meeting is being chaired by our President Pro Tem, Councilman Johnny Cannon. Councilman Stewart.
Here.
Cannon.
Here.
Reed.
Here.
We have a quorum present. The meeting is open for business. I'm going to ask Councilman Harris to lead the invocation. Please stand and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this opportunity to be here today. We thank you for allowing us to be here today. We ask that you would be among us, lead us, guide us in the decisions that we are making today for the good of your people. We ask that you continue to bless the leaders of our country, that they may continue to make decisions that are pleasing to you. Bless all of our troops who are in harm's way. Send them home safely. Be with us today as we go through this meeting, and we will continue to give you all the praise and glory. These blessings we ask in Jesus Christ's name. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The chair will entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the work session and council meeting held on May the 29th.
So moved.
Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to approve minutes.
Number 6, the chair will entertain a motion to ratify payments of the account for the week of May the 25th through the 31st.
So moved. Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to ratify payment of the accounts.
Proclamations, we probably don't have any today. Unfinished business. A is a resolution ordering abatement of nuisance on property at 425 Broad Street in District 3, owned by Sarah Moss. This resolution was tabled for 30 days on May the 1st. What is the pleasure of the council?
Mr. President, I would ask for an additional 30-day table based on the building department recommendation.
Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to table the resolution for an additional 30 days, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to table for 30 days.
B is a resolution ordering abatement of nuisance on property at 437 Broad Street in District 3, owned by Sarah Moss and Branch Banking and Trust Company. This resolution also was tabled for 30 days on March 27th. What is the pleasure of the council?
Mr. President, again, based on the building department recommendation, I'd ask for an additional 30-day table.
Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to table the resolution for an additional 30 days, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to table for 30 days.
Number 9, this is time and place is advertised to conduct a public hearing, allowing anyone to speak in opposition.
Miss C.
I
Miss
miss.
C, yeah.
I don't have C.
That's
I don't have C on mine.
resolution on the abatement of nuisance.
C is a resolution ordering abatement of nuisance in District 4 at 211 Ruth Street. The owners is Monica Mack. It was tabled for 7 days on 5/29/12. What's the pleasure of the council?
Mr. President, on the recommendation of the building department, I have to ask for a 30-day table.
Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to table the resolution for 30 days, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to table for an additional 30 days.
I apologize, that wasn't on my sheet. Number 9, this is time and place is advertised to conduct a public hearing, allowing anyone to speak in opposition to or in favor of a resolution approving issuance of an alcoholic beverage license. Mayans Mexican Cuisine has applied for a restaurant retail liquor license at 486 George Wallace Drive in District 4. Is there anyone here who would like to speak in opposition to this resolution? Does anyone here wish to speak in favor? The chair will entertain a motion to adopt this resolution.
So moved.
Oh, is this 211 Ruth Drive?
No,
Sir.
The alcoholic beverage license.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Our next public hearing is number 10, is a resolution ordering abatement of nuisance on property located at 921 Wisteria Lane in District 2. Cassandra Joyce Allison Green, Richard Thomas Allison, Michael Leon Allison, and Exchange Bank being the last known owners. Is there anyone here who would like to speak in opposition to this resolution? Does anyone here wish to speak in?
I don't think
That's not on the agenda.
Yeah, I'm looking for it and I can't
Not
find
on
it.
the agenda.
It's the wrong, it's last week.
Okay, apparently I've got some wrong information here.
I think you got last week's agenda.
No, it was this week, surely, because I'm front.
I'm sorry.
Okay, let's see where we are now. I'm sorry, let me figure out where we're at.
You should be on bid
Number 10.
3201.
Okay, the next one's a resolution order awarding bid number 3201 for computers and related equipment.
Right.
Make a motion, we accept.
Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
And that went to PC Mile Government Incorporated. Okay, number 11 is a resolution authorizing public hearing on the fire code.
Mr. President, the date for the public hearing will be on June the 26th, and the clerk's office will provide publication of that for 2 weeks prior to the public hearing.
Make a motion, we approve.
Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Number 12 is a resolution authorizing settlement of claim. It's with Claude and Linda Owens. Yes, number 12, settlement of claim.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed,
Abstain.
we have one abstention. Motion carries to adopt.
Number 13 is a resolution accepting easement from George L. Woods for the Stroud Avenue Drainage Project. What's the pleasure of the council?
Make a motion, we adopt.
Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Number 14 is a resolution authorizing lease agreement with the Greater Housing Authority for a COP program, and it's for 1 year.
Make a motion, we approve.
Second. Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
We're not discussing anything today. So
Well, we kind of got through off here on my,
let me throw in a little
We can
discussion on
discuss
this.
some of it.
This is a program where we have police officers that move into our public housing, and it's really worked well. It turned our public housing into safe neighborhoods and good neighborhoods, and it's just been a wonderful program over the years. So that's what this is about. So we got a motion to approve. Got a motion and a second.
Have a motion and a
got a
second.
motion. So Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Number 13 is a resolution accepting drainage easement.
15.
I'm on 15?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. Got thrown off here today. Authorizing agreement with New Canaan Baptist Church for disconnect and reconnect of a sump pump line to the stormwater drainage inlet. The chair will entertain a motion to adopt this resolution.
So move.
Second.
Is there any discussion?
Yes, Mr. President, this is part of the Stroud Avenue drainage project that we have in progress, that we're in progress of working now.
Any further discussion? Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Number 16 is ordinance amending City Code Section 74-233 and 74-263 regarding a municipal sales tax and use holiday sales tax. This ordinance exempts certain covered items from sale and use tax on the first full weekend of August 2012. This ordinance has been presented today for the first reading, and the council will vote on it next week.
Mr. President, we didn't discuss this upstairs, but Roger, isn't there a time frame on this one? We're okay? It's okay? I know it's got to be so many days in advance for them to do their machines or whatever they do. So we okay, okay. Okay.
Okay, number 17, that brings us down to new business. Do we have any today?
Mr. President, I have a couple of items that I would like to ask for unanimous consent to consider today. The first being a resolution awarding bid number 3212 to Yamaha Golf Cart Company in Newman, Georgia for golf cart leases for the golf course.
Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to consider the resolution today, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, consent has been granted.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Is there any discussion? I think these replace our golf carts. And I think the lease came up in July of this year, is that correct?
Yes.
And the carts we're getting are supposed to have stronger batteries and
Stronger
everything,
batteries.
so to make it up the hill. There's no more,
I think the main thing here, one of the main things is that the maintenance will be continued on by Gadsden golf carts because they're local and they're easy to get to.
Okay,
They've
yeah.
done us a fine job before.
is there any more discussion? Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Move to adopt.
We just voted.
We just
did it.
Oh, I thought that was unanimous consent.
No, we good.
Double up.
Sorry about that.
Sorry.
Got some more new business?
I have one, Mr. President. This is a resolution 230. It's leasing 500 square feet at American Legion Annex Building to Mort Glosser Amphitheater to Etowah County Tourism Board for 10 years with 2 5-year renewal options.
Second.
That's for you.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to consider the resolution today, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, consent has been granted.
Okay, move to adopt.
Second.
Are there any discussion? Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Do we have any further new business?
Mr. President, I did have another item. It's that I would like to ask for unanimous consent to consider today. It's a resolution authorizing the application for an approval of beer license for the Barbarian Challenge event.
Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to consider the resolution today, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, consent has been granted.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Is there any discussion?
Yes, this is for the Barbarian Challenge event that is scheduled for Saturday, June 23rd. We'll ask all people to consider coming out to enjoy that event.
Is that the one at the Falls, Billy, where they go through all the,
Yeah.
That's
It is, and I understand they have about 800 already signed up, so it's going to be a big event. You could tell us all about it.
I tell you one thing, if I went through it, I'd need a beer.
did we?
Bad.
Probably more than that.
While we're in discussion,
have to have a few
did you
before
want
I
to
did
did you want to give that any more attention here since we're in discussion?
Ben, I went up there real early last year and ran it just to make sure it was okay before they got started.
You must have got in the hooch before you got there.
Well, I will tell you that the wonderful and awesome upgrades to the Black Creek Trail make some parts of it a lot easier. So that's one downside to the wonderful improvements the city has done. Now, this event is on June 23rd. It's the Barbarian Challenge. We do have, I know as of a week ago, we had over 800 people registered. We did a little over 600 people last year. We've still got 3 weeks to go for registration. It'll be a day-long event. featuring hill climbs, hill descents, crossing the creek several times, mud pits under barbed wire, man-made obstacles, probably about a 4-mile-long course. It's a great fun and great way to show off Nakalula Falls Park. So we're thankful for you all for passing that beer license. And we hope you all attend. We can go and get you a discount if you like.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. Any further more discussion? Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Any further new business?
Yes, Mr. President, I have 3 items actually that I'd like to propose for unanimous consent to consider today. The first one being a resolution awarding bid number 3210 to Carcel and G Construction in the amount of $117,819.50. Ask that we consider that today.
Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to consider the resolution today, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, consent has been granted.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Is there any discussion?
Yes, sir. This is in accordance and in alignment with the JAX agreement for the East Gadsden Access Road. This is part of what was agreed relative to that JAX agreement, so we're going to see some positive activity on that property that's owned by the city, and we should see some improvements and some positive activity here soon.
Any more discussion?
David, I must say that Jack's building is coming right along over there. It's coming right along. We'll be having fine cuisine
Fine
in a
dining.
very short
Fine
period of time.
We, just to make sure everybody understands, they bought the property from us, and that was part of the agreement for us to do the road, but they also are deeded us the property up here on Broad Street. When they tear the old one down and clear it off, we'll own that property right there as well.
Thank you.
Yeah, and thank you for that, Mayor. JAX has been a good corporate partner, been a good partner with the city over the years.
Yeah, Mayor, thank you for that, because there have been a lot of questions that you just answered right there, about the Jack's project over on East Broad. So thank you for that input.
Clerk, will you take the vote, please?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution today, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
I have another item that I'd like to consider under new business today. It's a resolution appointing Deborah L. Howard to replace Larry Pat Williamson on the Gadsden City Board of Education. I'd like
Second.
to ask that we consider that today.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to consider the resolution today, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, consent has been granted.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Is there any discussion?
Yes, sir, Mr. President. The only thing I want to say is we do appreciate the service that Mr. Williamson has given us during his term on the board, and we're also excited about having Ms. Howard become a member of the Board of Education. She comes very well credentialed, and I'm excited about what she's going to bring to the board.
Any more discussion? Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Mr. President, I have one final item. It's a resolution awarding bid number 3208 to National Bus Sales and Leasing, Inc. in the amount of $379,220 for 5 public transit vehicles. I'd ask that we consider that today.
Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to consider the resolution today, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, consent has been granted.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Is there any discussion?
Yes, sir. Just to clarify, these are the dial-a-ride small buses, and we're going to be purchasing, again, five of these, and based on the feedback that we've gotten from the planning department, they are well in need of replacing. So again, this is a meaningful purchase for us.
Mayor, I didn't ask this upstairs, but the buses now, the surplus buses now will go on the public auction site, I guess. That's what we do with those. It can be, since they're federal.
Yeah, I think that's what they usually do. I need to check with MNRAD, but when you take them out of service, they get so many miles or so many years. we've kept a couple of the big green ones.
Right.
And I would be interested in seeing if any of them are still pretty healthy. We might want to hang on to them, because we can always use them.
I'm just going to say, we could probably use them, and then, of course, if we turn them over to Parks and Rec, then they could possibly
That's
use
right.
them for some public
Yeah,
transportation.
because all we got to do then is furnish the driver and the gas.
Right, I forgot to mention that upstairs, okay.
Any further discussion? Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Do we have any more new business?
Mr. President, I have one item that I'd like to ask for unanimous consent, and this is a resolution appointing Robert Turk to replace Tom Banks as a member of the board of the Gadsden Airport Authority. I'd ask for unanimous consent.
Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to consider the resolution today, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, consent has been granted.
I'd ask for passage.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Do we have any more new business? Being no further new business, that brings us down to department boards, committee boards, and et cetera. We're going to go with Mr. Rick Vaughn. He wants-
We have a Gadsden Library.
Library.
Oh, okay. Amanda, come on up. I didn't have you down on there. I'm sorry, I didn't have you here.
I'm Tabitha Bozeman, the Children's Director. I wanted to speak real quickly about what all we have going on this summer. We have a story time program on Thursday mornings. We just finished that up for the summer. We will pick it back up in August. We are going to continue with our science programs on Wednesdays. So Wednesdays at 1:30 and 3:30, we will have our Science Wacky Wednesday programs. The cost is $1 per child, and we're asking parents to call ahead of time and sign their kids up. We have an exciting summer reading program planned. The Teen Zone has a theme of Own the Night. They're going to have programs 2 days a week. Tuesdays, they will meet at noon for craft time. Thursdays, they will meet at 4 o'clock for programs. Some of those will include Tai Chi, a belly dancing program, painting, and book crafts. Our children's program theme is Dream Big, Read, and we're asking kids to come and explore the different dreams they can have through reading at the Gadsden Public Library this summer. We will be meeting Friday mornings at 9 a.m. and 10:30 a.m. June 8th through July 27th. We will take a week off the week of July 4th. This week, we're kicking things off with the Sindari Dance Troupe. And we have the Wildlife Wonders coming, Downtown Dance Conservatory, Arthur Atzma, a magician, the McWayne Center will be coming, All Hands Productions, and we will wrap things up on July 27th with the grand finale at Marana Park. Tigers for Tomorrow will be bringing a petting zoo. We'll have face painting, hot dogs, and games for the kids. It'll be an exciting summer. Thank you. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I have a question. When you say children, what age are we talking about?
There's no age limit, minimum or max on the children's department. We usually have from 3 and 4-year-olds up to about 12-year-olds.
Okay, I had a parent to call me, a grandparent who's got a grandbaby in town, and they were trying to find some activities for him, so.
Well, we would love to have
They
them.
were, I think they were 5 years old.
There's no library card required for the children to participate, and there's
Okay.
no reading minimum required either.
Okay.
Thanks.
You can, it sounds like y'all got a real busy schedule. You can look forward to the mayor coming, because every time I have hot dogs, he's always there. So, I'm pretty sure he'll be there at the hot dog.
Outside of the mayor's office, that's the busiest place in the city.
Will we put this schedule, Mayor, on the public?
Yeah, that's what Amanda does. She gets on Channel 99.
Okay.
Right.
Because again, like I said, this grandparent called my house, I think this weekend, and wanted to know what could they do with the little 3, I think she's 4 years old, maybe 5, I can't remember. And they were trying to get them in a program, and I think the wire you had to be whatever age it was, and they didn't make that quite, but this is good. Right. Okay. All right, thank you.
Next, we have Kay Moore's going to come and speak.
Thank you. It's unusual you get to see me 2 weeks in a row, but as part of the Riverfest weekend this weekend, our downtown merchants are having a sidewalk sale. They're going to bring their wares out to the sidewalk, have some great sales. We're going to have artists that will be painting, and I hope the mayor's daughter's going to be out there. She's got some canvases if she's going to get there. So painting, and you could actually buy a famous, Grace might grow up and, be famous one day. You could have a before fame painting. We're going to have some musicians that will be around. The Boys and Girls Club has a new dance line, and they're going to be at what I'm going to call Freedom Park. I don't know. We don't really have a name. We need to name that something there at 4th and Broad Street where the flags are. And they're going to be there on Friday afternoon from 2 to 3, I believe. And we're going to have a lot of fun that weekend. This will be Friday and Saturday. So come down and shop local, and just visit with your local downtown merchants, see the artwork being done and the music that's going to be taking place also. Then Sunday, it'll be the downtown art walk. We're going to have, we've got a couple of different places. The Center for Cultural Arts has 2 new exhibits. One of them is by Andy Burrell, and it's dirt, water, and mud, something like. But it is amazing. It's one of the best exhibits we've had there in a long time. So on Sunday afternoon from 2 to 4 at the Cultural Arts Center, we'll have that, and we'll have Eric Wright, who is the Gadsden Times photographer and worker. He'll have the cyclocross photo exhibit there too. And then at the Walnut Gallery, Mario Gallardo's been extremely instrumental in putting this together. He'll have Dee Dee Morrison. Now you might remember that name from last week. Dee Dee Morrison is the artist that we have the big art sculpture on Court Street and Broad Street. So she's going to have versions of that also now at the Walnut Gallery. So next Friday and Saturday you can shop, be entertained with music and art and dance, and then on Sunday from 2 until 5 o'clock at the Center for Cultural Arts and the Walnut Gallery, we'll have an art walk. So we invite everybody to come and see all of that. We're just really excited to be a part of this. We'll kind of guess Sunday will be the conclusion to Riverfest because it's the Downtown Riverfest art walk. So if you're looking for something to do before the entertainment starts at the river, come on downtown and just enjoy a great weekend too. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Kay. Ms. Glenda Jackson, you're next, please.
To the council and to the mayor, I would like to thank, a few weeks ago, the chief came through our neighborhood in the Disque community, our district, which is District 5, Councilman Stewart, and he met some of the people who were on my street where I live, and it encouraged the people to see the chief come in the neighborhood because we have improved our neighborhood and encouraged others to be a part of the Neighborhood Crime Watch. And I want to encourage other individuals in other districts, if the individuals in your neighborhood do not have a Neighborhood Crime Watch, we have seen a tremendous improvement in our neighborhood. About 80% or so. The mayor came through. He said one Saturday, I didn't see him, but he drove through, and it's improved. When there generally starts out with maybe 1 or 2 individuals being a part of the Neighborhood Crime Watch, but the neighborhoods do not know that when it's 1 or 2 and you don't have others involved, but your neighborhood improves, it's the 1 or 2 that everybody else is piggybacking off of the neighborhood improving. So if you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem, and we're wanting everybody to become involved with the Neighborhood Crime Watch in the other councilmen's districts because it has improved neighborhoods and has improved our neighborhood. And I wanted to thank the chief for coming through, Councilman Stewart for always being supportive, for the council for always being supportive, and the mayor of being supportive too. And the people in our neighborhood, it has encouraged them because of him coming through, showing support for what we're doing in our neighborhood. So I wanted to tell the chief, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. That brings us down to Mr. Rick Vaughn, Gadsden Edward Patriots Association Memorial Day Service.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, City Council, Your Honor, the Mayor. I always say hello to the Chief of Police and the City Attorney and City Engineer. I'm going to paraphrase a little bit from Mark Anthony. I don't come today to criticize the city, I come today to praise it. For those of y'all that did not attend the Memorial Day ceremony that was at the Old Lee Mize Patriots Park on the 28th of May, you missed an event because there were several firsts this time. The little parking lot that was to the right was full. I don't believe there was enough space to put another K-Moore smart car in that lot. It was absolutely cram full. This was the first time that the program was ever broadcasted by radio. WGAD, WJBY did it live. Phil Swindle with Gadsden Media has got it on tape. We hope maybe the city might consider putting that on Channel 99 for people to see, so our veterans that are in the nursing homes and assisted living facilities can see the program. It went great. Carl Brady was a tremendous MC, and I wanted to thank, we worked with the mayor, we worked with members of the city council, Kerry Payne with Parks and Rec, Kevin Talent, the young men they had up there. You don't know how hard those men worked because of the elderly people that were coming up there, and they noticed that they might have been having a little difficulty walking and getting there. They were right on the spot with a little golf cart, carried them in. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Jay Holland estimated that he had counted by the number of chairs and people there that attendance was over 400. So it was a tremendous program. Our next one is the 4th of July fireworks, which we do in conjunction with the Tourism Board, the City of Gadsden, and Etowah County Commission. After that will be our Veterans Day program on November the 7th, and we invite all y'all to attend. Your Honor, you know you have to do a welcome speech, so I'm giving you time to get that one written up. But I just wanted to tell you, you have no idea how much the Patriots Association appreciated the help and assistance that we got. We're working hard to continue to develop that park. The mayor's assistant, Shane Ellison, is working. We're waiting to hear back now, and we'll be picking up and moving the tank. We're going to move that propeller, and that was an odd thing that I brought up, and people don't believe it, but that propeller, people that have seen it at the park, believe it or not, it weighs almost half as much as that tank we're moving up there. But we're going to move that out of the way, and we're working on several exhibits. We're talking to 2 individuals to draw us up a plan so we can have a map to laminate and have it at the Patriots office with the proposed exhibit sites and what's going to be done. But I just wanted to come today and say that without the assistance of this council, this administration, and these people, and the outside from people who were not members of the Patriots Association, the news media, it was covered in Birmingham TV, covered our program. It was in Anniston. Without those people, we would not have been able to recognize those 400 plus individuals whose names are on that wall. And I just want to tell you, you need to look at yourself in the mirror and say you did a job well done. And on behalf of the Patriots Association, I thank you very much.
Thank you, Rick. That brings us down to remarks by the mayor and council. Billy, you want to go first?
Thank you.
Caught you off guard, didn't it?
Yes, you sure did. My goodness. Riverfest this weekend. Be sure and make your plans to attend Riverfest. It's one of those gala events that we have here in the city, and just like for you all to come out and support it. That's all I've got.
Ben?
Hey, I'm off guard. Hey, Phil, don't we have the video from Memorial Day? You've already turned that over to them, and I think that's going to be on Channel 99.
Yeah.
You've already talked to him about that?
If you
and
get
that's-
Brian a copy of it, okay.
He's already got it? Good, okay. And the library, I'm going to tell you what, anything y'all can do, and you do a beautiful job of it every year. When you teach a child to read, you teach him to comprehend, and to me, that's all there is. Because once he can read and comprehend what he's reading, he's got an open mind, and he just goes from there. So I commend y'all, and y'all do a real good job. I appreciate y'all.
Deverett?
Thank you. You're catching us all off.
I'm catching all off today, hey.
Thank you, Mr. President. I do want to take a moment to acknowledge the absence of our council president, Mr. Eccles. he's battling an illness, and so we do want to offer him some well wishes and wish him a healthy recovery. We discussed some upstairs, Title Pond and cash advance businesses, and our abilities and many limitations relative to combating that at a local level. So we're encouraging those who are as fed up with that activity as we are to appeal to our legislative delegation and have them to address it aggressively, because it is something that we are not happy about in terms of its growth and its presence in the city. And we encourage business, but we encourage business that adds benefit and value to the city. And I think it's been well documented. They don't add any value or benefit to the city. So again, we encourage those of us who are very concerned about that, as we are, to reach out to the legislative delegation to ensure that it gets its attention at the state level. There are states throughout the union that have addressed that, North Carolina being one. They've addressed it aggressively, and they've cleaned that type of activity up in their state, so we encourage Alabama to do the same. Do want to thank the Times for the coverage relative to the Black Creek Trail. I think that's the presence of that and its importance throughout the state and throughout the country is only going to grow as people become more and more aware of it. And lastly, of course, I've received some very disheartening news today regarding the Highway 411 project. As we understand it, the fund letting is going to be delayed yet again for another 30 days. And in line with what the state has told us, until the county commission signs off on the municipal agreements, they're going to continue to delay this project. So again, those of you who think that our 411 project is important really need to appeal to your county commission, because therein lies our holdup. Thank you.
Bill?
I just want to make a couple of comments about, someone said, if you really want to judge the quality of your city, go to your public library. And we have one of the finest, so I'm really proud of that. I also want to thank Ms. Jackson for the work she does in her neighborhood. She works very hard, and she's made great strides, and thank the chief for participating through our neighborhoods. That means a lot to us. That's all I have. Thank you.
Robert?
I just want to reiterate on the Black Creek Trail. I think if we can get our clubs around town who emphasize any healthy activities and exercise to start participating in that particular project, I think they would be very, very pleased. And I don't know how we need to do this. I know the Y has a program and several other groups, but they need to go up and check that trail out. I mean, it is something. I'm not that much of a healthy enthusiast, but I'm going to go up there and start walking that trail, because it's a great time of the season, and it's very, very nice up there. So I'm looking forward to more people getting involved and more people using that trail as time goes. And hopefully, the more people we get using it, then we can eventually get it finished from the Miggin Boulevard all the way down to the Martin Wildlife Park. That's what we're shooting for. But right now, if people go up, I think they're going to be very, very pleased with the trail, so I'm looking forward to it. And that's all.
Mayor?
Yes, sir. Following up on the Black Creek Trail, and not only that, but it's a walking, bicycle, jogging trail. It's not for four-wheelers or three-wheelers or whatever. So, in any of the parks, when you see people vandalizing, we had some graffiti in Cherry Street Park, and we got that painted the other day. But, call the police. Get a tag number, call the police. We're going to crack down. We've raised the fines, and we've got too many nice places to get out and enjoy the city and have a good time, to have people going around and trying to write graffiti and just destroy something for no reason. So we're going to crack down on them, I assure you. Also, Hugh, if you would, because I'll forget, on when they start to close Hines Road, have them to leave one lane open if you could do that. Mr. Watley there in front of you, he'll come to my house if we don't. So be sure and remember that, because I might forget. But if they could just put the cones up and close half of it, that'd be great, and that way people can still proceed through there. One other thing, you were talking about Highway 411, that's been pushed back again. Is that because the county won't go ahead and agree to fix the bridge?
That's my understanding.
Well, anybody that lives and travels up that way or in North Gadsden, you know who to call to get that off of Phase 1 or whatever, so we can move on with it. We have a lot of things about to be taking place, too, a lot of projects that's slowly going to be starting, and so just bear with us on some of them, but all of them are going to be big improvements, so we appreciate everybody being patient and trying to work with us. Thanks.
I do want to say that I'll kind of brag about on our chief a little bit here. He's doing an excellent job. He's going out in all the communities, not just one district, but he's been in all districts. He's been in mine the last 2 weeks. I know he's been there twice. Anytime you need him, you call him, you just ask him for anything. He's always there. He's always polite, and he always calls you back. So that's a real good plus. Now, he really cares and loves this city, and I really appreciate you, Chief, for doing that. And I do want to say that this is the second week Mr. Eccles has been gone, and hope he comes back next week, because I know all of us miss him up here, and I know all y'all miss him, and we just wish him a speedy recovery. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
We're adjourned.